For this quest, you're going to need a pair of leather gloves, a pair of leather boots, 1 charcoal, a cup of tea, an empty vial, 2 ropes, and 1 cut or 1 uncut opal. And you can begin by speaking to an examiner in the exam center. To begin, speak with an examiner at the exam center that's just south of the dig site. She'll tell you that in order to be able to take the first entrance exam, you'll have to get a letter stamped by the curator of the Varric Museum, Hag Halen. So head to the Varric Museum, and he's on the bottom floor. I found that a teleport tab was the fastest way to get there, other than walking or using teleport runes. Speak to him, and he'll stamp your letters and ask to see them when you complete all your certificates. Once you've gotten that stamped, head back to the examiner at the dig site, and you'll be allowed to take the first exam. What you answer on the exam isn't important. You're going to get them all wrong anyway. You don't know the proper answers. So to get the proper answers, we need to go talk to students. The first student we're going to talk to is right here on the northwest side of the dig site. So just cross over the hill with the 2 paths and head to the dig site. Speak to the student and she'll ask you to find her teddy bear. And if you do that, she'll give you the answers. So the teddy bear is going to be on the hill with the paths that we just walked over in one of the bushes. I found it in this bush here. I don't know if it's always going to be in this bush, but it's a good place to start. So it was by the other path. I walked right past it, of course. And then I searched the bush. You'll get the teddy bear. And then head back to her with it. And you will be given one of the answers. And the second student is just at the bottom of the hill on the side that's by the dig site and not the exam center. Speak to him and he'll ask you to find an animal skull. What you need to do is pickpocket workmen. And while you're doing this, keep pickpocketing them until you get a specimen brush. I got it before the animal skull. But once you have the animal skull, that's all you need. Go back, talk to the student, and you'll get another answer. The third student is just in the middle of the dig site on the east side. Speak to him, and he needs help finding his cup. To get his cup, we need a pan in the water for it. So head to the tent that's just on the south side of the dig site, and in there will be a pan for panning for gold or things in the water. Once you have the pan, go talk to the panning guide. And he just wants a cup of tea to allow you to pan. Since you already have it, just give him the cup of tea and then you can keep panning. If you don't have the opal, you can pan until you get an opal. If you brought it, like I did, you don't need to do that. So I just panned until I got the shiny cup and then took it back to the student. He'll give you your answer and now head back to the exam center. Talk to the examiner. Try to take the exam. And for the first question, the correct answer is the study of Earth, life continents, and its history. Second question is anyone who's passed the appropriate Earth Sciences exam. And the third question is gloves and boots. Once you pass, you just have to go back to the dig site and talk to the same 3 students for the exam answers. So it doesn't matter what order you talk to them in. Once you just speak to all of them, they'll give you an answer with no task attached. And then head back to the exam center to take the second exam. Talk to the examiner, tell her you're ready. The first question is only in sealed containers. The second question is going to be gloves worn and handled carefully. And the third question is to always strike a rock on its cleave. Okay, back to the students again to get the third and final exam answers. Once again, it doesn't matter what order you speak to them in. So the student with the green shirt will just give the answer with no problem. The student with a red shirt will also give it the answer with no problem. But the female student is the one who needs the opal. So it doesn't matter if it's cut or uncut, she just wants it for a necklace. She'll take whatever one you have in your inventory, and then she'll give you the answer. So now head back to the exam center once you've given her the opal. And it's time for the third and final exam. First question is samples cleaned and only in specimen jars. The second question is handle carefully and clean short strokes. And the third question is handle bones gently and don't store with other samples. Alright, now there's a cupboard in the exam center where we need to get a specimen jar. So just head in, and it's against the south wall in the small room without any bookcases. Open the cupboard, search, and you'll get a specimen jar. And before we head off to the dig site, you want to talk to the archaeological expert before we start digging. So all you have to do is speak to him once, and then you can head to the dig site, and we want to find a level 3 dig. So just read the signs in front to find any that are level 3. This one here was. And then use your trowel on dirt. Keep digging until you get an ancient artifact. It might take a while. So, the strange talisman, or ancient talisman, take that to the archaeological expert. He'll say it's unusual, and he'll grant you access to the tunnels. You have to take the letter he gives you and use it on a workman around the tunnels, ones that are actually working and not just standing there. So you can't use it on the one that has an examine, but you have to use it on the one that's a talk to. So give it to one that has a talk to option, and then use your rope on the winch. Once you've done that, you can go down and grab one of the roots that are on the floor. You're going to need it later. And then search the brick. Don't do anything right now. And then head back up the rope. Now you need to go to the second winch that's on the dig site and use a rope on that one and go down. The man down here will give you a key when you talk to him to a chest that's going to have explosive powder in it. The chest is located in the large tent that had the pan in it, just on the opposite side. So up the rope and head right over there. Use the key on the chest. You'll find some powder, and then right outside there are some barrels. Use your trowel on the barrel that is not open, and then use your empty vial on the barrel. Now you're going to want to take both those items over to the archaeological expert and use them on him, and he will identify them. You can right click to identify the liquid, but you need to use the powder on him. Once you've done that, grind up your charcoal and then use the ammonium nitrate on the nitroglycerin. Use the charcoal on that, and then add the root you picked up to the mixed chemicals. Now you're going to want to take that back down to the bricks. Use it on the bricks. Make sure you don't use it on the rock. And then when you search it, you'll be able to use your tinderbox. That's going to cause an explosion, so run away. And then you can just walk in and grab the stone tablet. You're going to take this stone tablet to the archaeological expert. So head back to the exam center. And after a short dialogue with him, and you using the stone tablet on him, that'll be quest complete. If this helped you, leave a like and thank you for watching.